Hello, this is Amos Tarfa. I want to talk to you about the math journal you need. Every student in America needs a math journal. Well, it so happens that we have a math journal that you can use called the Counting to Calculus Math Journal. What is the Counting to Calculus Math Journal? It is a book that provides students with the information about how to be good in math, right? We start off with talking about what is mathematics. How can you be good at it? How can you be exceptional in mathematics? We also introduce you to someone called Leonhard Euler, who is one of the greatest mathematicians in history. Euler, Newton, and Gauss. You hear people mentioning those names as some of the greatest mathematicians. Paul Erdős, as well as John von Neumann, are also very good. But in the 16 and 1700s, we had these three individuals I just mentioned. It's important that students know who the best in mathematics or who the best people in the history of math are. Why? Because if you want to be good at basketball and I never tell you about Stephen Curry, that doesn't make sense, especially if you want to be a point guard. I should tell you who the best is and then help you to go there. One of the problems in American math education is where we try to teach math for only its monetary value, so to speak. Hey, learn math so your salary can go up. That's actually a terrible thing. The reason why you should learn math is because it helps you develop your thinking faculties better and because it's beautiful. It has nothing to do with your salary. Now, a byproduct is the more you know in math, the higher your salary will be in some ways. This is a generalized statement, but in general, STEM people make more money. So if money is the issue, knowing more math will help. Yes. However, if you just learn math for its own sake and its beauty, you'll be good at it, you will enjoy it, and then you can, make more money, right? But we've mixed that up. Anyways, back to Counting to Calculus Journal. So they have what is math and who are some of the greatest mathematicians ever. And then what they need to know is they also need to know about a reference book in the back of the book. They get a reference of all these different concepts that they should, like properties of real numbers, rules of exponents. Those should be handy for them. However, in between, there's line paper and graph paper. So basically what students get is they get an introduction on how to be good in mathematics. They get a reference book. They get the list of concepts they need to learn from Counting to Calculus. They get a list of mathematicians and physicists, some of the top mathematicians and physicists of all time. They get to see the list and they can play with prompts with AI to ask who was or who is this person, or who was Grace Hopper, who was Isaac Newton, what did he do, who was Blaise Pascal, Pierre de Fermat, and so on and so forth. And then they also get a little bit of extra concepts that have math applications, such as Boyle's law or the laws in chemistry, right? The kinetic theory of matter, entropy. They can begin to explore the connections between math and physics and chemistry, all with just some of those prompts from our journal, the Counting to Calculus Journal. So where do we go from here? We need every student to have good study skills. See, the problem with American math education, let me just wrap up with this. The problem with American math education is that we have a lot of students who don't have study skills, who don't like math because of how it's taught. And then we wonder why America is struggling in math education. Well, we have to have a place to write. And then we have to teach them how to study the things they write. And then we have to inspire them to care. American math education needs more than just a textbook or a video series. It needs a complete overhaul of a new infrastructure, one that encourages kids to use to grow by math mastery and not by grade level. Not by grade-based learning, but by math mastery. That's the new era for American math education. I look forward to sharing more strategies with you on this channel. Stay tuned for more videos on the Counting to Calculus series. My name is Amos Tarfa, and I've been a math and science educator for over 17 years. I look forward to helping you flourish in your math journey. Take care and have a blessed day.